What is up? It is morning here on the eastern coast of the United States in North Carolina. I have my coffee. It is cherry cordial coffee. I have my old glasses because my new glasses don't work well for me. And so I'll apologize ahead of time because they're prismatic. They have glare. How is everybody doing this morning? I'm trying to be loud enough for you to hear me, but quiet enough that I don't wake everybody. It is a Saturday here in our house, and everybody appreciates sleeping in, but me. Welcome to our sweet treat stream crawl. I say that very slowly because I will trip up over it if I don't. This has been a fun thing to get going. Just wanted to make sure that, that Jenna started it. She had something similar in November and it went very well. And so thought, hey, let's do one in spring. And so here we are. This is for writing and editing and revising, cooking, baking, decorating, cleaning, doing anything that you need to do with the accompaniment of encouragement from other people. How about that? I'm going to look at chat really quick and see who all's here for us this morning. So Kay was here very, very early. We actually were chatting in one of the other Discords this morning. I posted the link to all the goodies, which includes recipes and bingo cards for the entire stream, for the entire crawl, the entire stream crawl, because there are bingo cards. Some of the spaces are for things that you see or do while on the stream. And then there's also a self-care bingo card that you can use anytime, not just here. And Cammy accidentally woke Panda up this morning. So sure, that was quite an adventure. Kay's bringing all the coffee around. And Panda's not grumpy. By the way, go to Cammy's channel if you want to see Panda. Panda is a rambunctious little kitty and loads of fun to watch. Wanted Cammy to join her on the carpet. Snuggles and butt scratching time. Jenna is our main gal, slaying some tech gremlins this morning. Sleeping in, what's that? Well, I have been able to do that a couple of times lately, and I tell you what, it feels good sometimes. It turns out you can capture Discord with Streamlabs, just not its audio. So I can only have one co-host today if anybody pops up looking to join. That's good to know. You probably need to look into VoiceBeater. It is a free app. Works well with OBS. I'm pretty sure it'll work with Streamlabs because Streamlabs is kind of a ripoff of OBS, or at least the main Streamlabs. What, sleeping? I have a stream playlist going on my TV too. There you go. Yes, there is a playlist. There is a link to that playlist in the description of this video, so feel free to check that out. When you pull it up, it should, let me see if I can get it on the screen. It should look like that. So you've got them all nice in order. And that way, if you've missed somebody, then you can go back and easily find them by using the playlist. Insomniac Writers for the win. Yay! Yes. we do that a lot. Stuff gets in our heads and it just won't stop, you know? You are very welcome. I enjoy kicking stuff off. I enjoy doing the cozy. See, I even got candles and friends' books in the back, you know? I like the cozy vibe to it. It's different than my normal stuff. I just remembered I need to update my description. I did that right before bed last night. So that was my thing last night, was like, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and update all my stuff and make sure I've got all my tabs up. And then cross my fingers that Microsoft doesn't decide to update. That would have been disastrous. Look at me with the $3 words this morning. How about that? Panda is adorbs. Yes. The story clamors for attention. Yes, it does. And this morning it was clamoring for attention, and I was like, no, I must try to sleep. At least try to sleep. So I did make my own little video. I'm going to see if it'll play. I'm quite proud of it. It's a short on my YouTube channel. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's a short, so it's only going to take up part of the screen. But I was like really happy with it. Oh, hush, that's enough. Anyway, I was just like, oh, I want to put this together so it would be just easy to show on my stream. So now I'm just showing it to you guys too. But it was part of the idea for this one, was doing recipes and stuff. And one of my favorite recipes to do is anything that I can quickly copy off of something that I like out in the restaurant world. And this one happens to be Starbucks. So you get kind of the insider recipe from my kids that goes along with cold foam. And then I also added in my simple syrup recipe and also my my way of doing cold foam, which is almost whipped cream, but not quite whipped cream. I love all the chill cafe vibes. Yes. See, I remember going to coffee shops, and honestly, the piano jazz music and lo-fi were some of the stuff that played most of the time during the day. And then our local coffee shop would play like all kind of heavy metal and stuff at night. It was fun. I love that. I didn't even think of the drinks to make. Yeah, it's a necessity of my life. Coffee, where are you? Yes, I'm a coffee drinker. I do drink tea every once in a while. As a matter of fact, tea is one of my favorite things to drink for bed. I drink chamomile and some other mint teas. So, but yeah, for the most part during the day, it's all coffee. I do have my quad though, so I'm good this morning. Yeah, this one here has got a Starbucks that opens at like 3 a.m. And I'm just like, ours is not even open yet. I just shotgunned a yogurt cup to keep me strong. No overwhelm, dang it. I have to be careful with the yogurt. As you can see, the milk that I use is the lactate protein because reasons. The same way with I don't do the cold foam very often because, again, reasons. It's like my body. I've not taken a test to find out if I've got an allergy to milk. I hope I don't, but at the same time, it does react badly to it if I have too much. So gotta be careful. I went ahead and took the liberty of drawing us a card from the Oracle this morning because I felt like most of the people who come to my streams and who float around with Authortube are cool with that. These are adorable. I've always loved them since I saw Jules, the dawdling writer, use them. And I got my own. And so what I drew this morning, which I believe is fitting, was the Badger Spirit. And let me go ahead and trade out glasses because I've got to read something very close and very small. Be fearless and bold. Let me show you this. If the camera will, hopefully the camera will catch it. It is very, very adorable. Okay. So what does it say? All right. Badger Spirit rejoices at your persistence and commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with the Spirit is paying off, and the results will soon coalesce into form in your world. The gift of Badger Spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will yield wondrous results. This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that Spirit deems best for you. Badger Spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want. So assert yourself. Be fearless, be bold, shining your light as your purpose calls you into the world. New relationships are also given a green light right now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger Spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. So, do with that what you will. I think it's a really good card to have chosen. And now let me get up here. I want to make sure that you are reminded some things. So let me know, what are you planning on doing this weekend? I mean, we've got this entire, 3 days left before we hit Q2. I have got some stuff planned for Q2. I've got the first month is going to have 2 large events, in-person events to go to. My co-author is coming to town in the middle of the month for one of those events with her family. So I'm looking forward to meeting my my adopted grandbabies for the first time ever. They are going to be here and all over the place, along with her Milo. Jojo and Milo get to meet finally. So that's going to be fun. And I wanted to make sure that that I got everything together and prepared for that. Let's see. Dairy, unlike fish, is not always friends or food. Lactose-free vanilla is definitely easier to digest with the allergies. Me too. Yeah. I've not gotten tested, but yeah. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Snake. New relationships. You guys gaining those subscribers? Yes, please. Yeah, I was hoping to have enough going on in this year that I could actually get to my goal of 500 subscribers, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going, let's just put it this way. I'm not focusing hard on that because I would much rather focus on my books. How fitting for the incoming eclipse sunrise too. Wow. Yeah. I'm just cleaning my nails before my hands go on screen. End of Q2, I'll be publishing my first romance. So I have a lot going on this quarter. Yes, you do. Publishing it, that's going to be a big deal. I have book 6 that I am not ignoring. Not. Marco is feeling the eyes of his parents peering through Rachel's background. Just saw that. Thank you. I've got it. There they are. I've got the Bell Earth Witch back there, and then I've got your book, and then I've got Devin's book, The Witch's Crystal, back there. Because they're all so pretty. The rest of the weekend, surviving and maybe setting up April's journal. So I got my new stuff in yesterday. Perfect timing, actually. I love the Artful Planner. It's just perfectly made for me. And so I got their A5 version this time. Very pretty. But it's also spiral bound, so I can just flip pages everywhere. And it's got brain dumps and notepads and trackers and goals and priorities, and of course your calendar, and then your weekly calendars. And another thing I really liked, hang on, let me see if I can find one. Excuse me. There is a little spot here that reminds me of Sarah's. Here we go. It has the little monthly reflections. And intentions. So that's cool. That's one thing I want to do this weekend. I want to set that up. And you should have seen the other covers, man. It was difficult to choose. This is my old one. It's almost like had it. Sorry about that. It came on a little fast and I couldn't cut it. I turn red, by the way, whenever I do that, so it's not a bad thing. It's just me. Let's see. So I was looking about making a price guide for the events coming up so that it's on the table and everybody can see it. And also, I got all of my stuff in, including the books. I have video, and I'm doing another video, but I've got to edit it and actually publish it. And what it's about is the differences between all of the different places that I get my stuff published, printed. So I want to show y'all that because I'm very disappointed in one particular company. And oh, I'm going to prep for my newsletter too. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do as far as prepping for AutoCrit and book 4 because, well, I've went through 2 videos so far. I've had time to actually do 2 videos on the tutorials so far, which is cool because they're like over an hour long. But with moderating stuff and kind of moving between sprints, if I'm responsible for something, I don't like, really getting sucked into the videos and I'm writing notes and doing the video and miss something. So I may hold off on that one. So let's see, we had the prep, Kay's prepping for that publication, and Cammie's going to be working on a journal. Jenna's going to be running around with what we're doing. So looks like everybody's got a plan, and that's wonderful. Jenna is chickens. With the old Southern colloquialism going there. So I'm doing the Rough Draft Challenge. If you are not familiar with it, it is on Heart Breathing's channel, and Sarah Cannon is the one that runs it. I've already uploaded a picture of my book cover and went ahead and signed in and gotten my little graph up. I'm modifying it because I've already got a rough draft, but what we do is we have the rough draft, then we actually set the book up and do a second draft before sending it to beta readers. And then, so that's where I'm at with this book because I'm about 2 months behind on everything right now. But I don't want to deliver something that's not good quality, So I'm still going to go through with this. Also prepping for the Rough Draft Challenge. I'm going to do there. Yeah. So that's my big thing is that I go ahead and, like, for everybody, it's like everybody's doing in April basically a spring challenge that replaces the Nano camp that used to be here. And so Rough Draft Challenge was just the one thing that I was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll do that then. Have so many alarms screaming at me to get ready. Uh-oh. Well, the show is almost here. It's almost time. As a matter of fact, let me pop that up here because Cammie is going to be our first streamer. Let me put that in the chat. There we go. You can do it, Cammie. Rough Draft Challenge is going to be so much fun. I like doing stuff like this because of accountability, and also mainly the cheering on from other people helps me. When I'm doing sprints, same thing. It's like when I'm actually in there and really doing it instead of doing admin and stuff like that, it feels so good to be able to say, I got through 800 words this time. I got through 600 words this time. I got through 300 words this time. And it's like your brain feels good about being able to say that. And so you just keep going and going. And the next thing you know, you're done. And I really love it. It's actually how I got done with the first book. And I was like, I did it. let's keep going. Go, Cami, go. So the link is there for you. I exist out of spite, but once I've won something, I struggle to do it again. And see, I'm not wired that way. It's like when I win something, I'm like, well, let's just keep going. But I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't see it as winning as much as I see it as, hey, I did this. I can do this. Holy cow, I can do this. So, and then with the encouragement from everybody else, that helps out too. But I'm going to try. Yeah, at least try. Maybe just revisit it as more than winning. And that'll help. I don't know. I've done this. What's next? For me, it was, oh, I did one book. Let me see if I can make a series out of it. And then we accidentally made the second, the prequel series because we were just trying to kind of flesh out the background. We wound up with a series. And now we have the side stories. So, hey, I mean, we've got lots of products and stories to tell. Okay. I'm just waiting on them. I'm waiting on my Streamlabs to catch up so that I can put some stuff up on the screen. And then, of course, the kids need their attention. Mine's snoring in the living room right now. So she is very, very, very much asleep. She will probably not bug me for another hour. And then she'll be like, hey, breakfast, it's time. You'll have to show me how to do comments like that on Streamlabs. I haven't figured it out yet. Like this is, I'm using Streamlabs Talk Studio. Streamlabs comes in 2 different varieties. Do you have Talk Studio? Because that's what I'm using. When it's like something like this, I will pre-do it with Talk Studio, but I do have Streamlabs regular set up and ready to go. Why? Because that one I'm going to use when I'm gaming or when I'm doing something on screen and also need the clock and all the other stuff, because that one you get more flow from it. However, this one is easier, especially if you have guests. So that's why I default to this one, because this one is the one that is most like StreamYard. Yeah, look up, because if you have Streamlabs, you should have access to Talk Studio too. It's just talkstudio.streamlabs.com. So I have Ultra. I paid for it because it was less than StreamYard. But check and see if you have access to it. I don't know if you have access to it if you don't pay for it, if you're not paying for it. So just, yeah, talkstudio.streamlabs.com. All right. Well, this was your welcome. Please be sure to check out the playlist that's in the description. Please be sure to get your bonus materials, which are your recipes and your bingo cards and stuff. And just enjoy the whole weekend with us, okay? We'll be here. And if you want to, come back for the replay. Share our playlists around with any other authors, writers, creatives, people who would need productivity streams this weekend. And you can always come back to it later as a replay. We'll be here. Have some fun.